Shalom, Akim, which would be the hopeful elect. Before I get started, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rahah Kodash, which will give me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. And also, I want to give the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeemed in time, ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, Salaki, if I'm speaking a little fast, I'm trying to be brief because I'm on my lunch break. But like wouldn't feel right if I didn't feed the flock first and foremost, man. All right, because you elect y'all are important, to us, man. Like y'all really important unto us, and beginning with the apostles on down. We that's why the Yahweh Shai in John 17 he prayed that him, the Father, and us be one. All right, I mean when we're one, meaning we're in one in agreement. All right, because the scriptures say that he cared for his elect. Hey, that's all the Yahweh Shai Shai care for. You don't care about no one else but the elect. All right, and we come in that same spirit. All right, all we care about is the elect, man, and your well-being. All right, this is what we here for. We here, it's not about like the elders say about our side missions. It's all about the main mission. That is to feed you members of the elect, man, and that go hand in hand with serving Yahweh Shai, because that's His will. All right, that we feed the flock. Yahweh Shai he said in the book of John, he told Peter 3 times, "Feed my sheep." Okay, that's how serious that's how much he cared for you. All right. Because his sheep he's talking about the elect of Israel. All right? And how do you know that? Well, you go to Matthew the 10th chapter. He said, go not into the way of the Gentiles, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right? But nonetheless, what I want to get into is, like I said, Lord willing, briefly, is that the Israelites, all right? The Israelites that are in America are really the only ones that's in captivity, okay? America, because you have the nations, the heathens that dwell in America as well. But you see, this is not their prison. Whose prison is this really? It's the Israelites, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Seminole Indians, right? And it's always been that way since the European settlers came over here, all right? America was built up to be a prison for you Jakes, man, all right? So really, these other nations, they're not in prison. All right? Well, they're not in prison. We are. All right? Read the book of Baruch. What's that, the 4th chapter? We are yet this day in our captivity. All right? The heathens are not in a captivity. Hey, when Yahweh shall return, who is he coming back to free? The Israelites. You know why? Because we are the only ones that's in captivity. All right, let me get that real quick. These other nations are not in captivity, especially the Edomites. They're in their rulership. They're in their power, and that's why they're going into captivity. You see, beginning with Esau and other nations, that's why they're going into captivity. Because right now, they're not in captivity. That wouldn't make sense. You can't be in captivity and go into captivity. No, you have to be free. and then, go into captivity. Just like you got to be in captivity and then be set free. All right. But let me get Jeremiah 30 real quick. Jeremiah chapter 30. One of my favorites in Jeremiah. It says, Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30 and 8, it says, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck. Right. What day? What day is it talking about? When Yahushua returns. All right. Matter of fact, let's read above. It says, Alas, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right. That goes into the elect being delivered, being beamed up. Yahushua coming to save his beloved. When it says that he shall be saved out of it, that's the elect. Then it says, verse 8, for it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck. That's when we will be free. Okay? Because you got Israelite Jakes around talking about they free, you free and all that. No, we are still in our captivity. All right? Like I said, read the book of the Baruch, the 4th chapter. Because we're still in America. We're still among the heathens. We're still dwelling in heathens' lands. We're not free. All right, it says, for it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. You see that? So, and let's read on. It says, but they shall serve the Lord their power, right? And David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. All right, verse 10, it says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. You see, he's talking to Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, right, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, which will be what? Babylon the Great. All right, America was set up to be a prison for you Israelites. All right, it was set up to be a prison for you Israelites, no other people, but for you Israelites. All right, let me read that again. He said, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. Right. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. That's right. So we in a place that was designed to be our prison. And it really goes back to the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? Because we got in trouble. You know? This is nothing. America is nothing but a great prison for you Israelites. We're not free here. We will never be free here. And let me tell you why. Because understand that all these other nations, they can serve their God the way that they want to. But you see us, we can't serve Yahweh Shema Shai properly here. We can't serve Yahweh Shema Shai properly. Okay? Going back to Egypt, ancient Egypt. What did Moses say to Pharaoh? Let my people go, so that they may be able to serve the Lord their power. Because in Egypt, we couldn't do that. Because we were subjected under heathens rulership. All right. So, like I said, I wanted to make this brief, and Lord, when it makes sense. We almost up out of here. The Lord is getting ready to free us from our captivity, free us from our prison. All right. America is known as the prison house. Read about that in Isaiah. All right. So, Lord, when it was edifying, until next time I say, shalom.